You ready?
Jared's muted.
Who's muted?
Jared.
There he is. Okay.
There you go. Ready? He had to say something to his girl. She was like, "Who's that sexy voice?" Hang on one sec. That's Robert Kelly. Don't. Who's that bald guy? Woo! Nice. I love your accent wall.
Oh, thank you.
Very pretty. Did you do that?
Monroe painted it.
Ooh. Love Monroe.
Bob, you recognize that guy?
Yeah. Who is that? Who is it?
Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady.
Yeah. Fucking whatever.
Our old friend.
Tom Brady. Tampa Bay. He's a Buccaneer. They gave away tickets last year. You could literally get free tickets to a professional football team. That's the team he's playing for this year.
He was done anyways.
Huh?
He was done anyways.
Come on.
Jared, you need a better mic.
Can you not hear me?
Well, now there you go. Yeah. Talk close to the mic.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, ready? We ready? When is Elizabeth putting the camera on? Mike?
We're just hiding in the box.
Robert, are you gonna light that cigar?
No, I'm going to dry smoke it in case I get the virus.
You've had the worst takes on this virus of anybody I've heard.
I just don't want
He
to.
has no idea how it works.
No, because if I get the virus and I get that dry cough, this will fucking kill me.
Maybe it'll kill the virus. Maybe the hot smoke will kill the virus.
I was telling Shane, are you ready to go? Can we record or what?
Yeah.
Yes, we're ready.
All right, hit record there. You ready?
And we're recording.
Hey,
Are you doing it? Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, you do it. You do it.
No, I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. Go ahead.
It was instinctual. It came out of you. You do it.
No, I'm really not going to. Go ahead, Robert.
Come on, please.
No, go ahead.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show here at the Comedy Cellar. We actually have a name for it that we came up with today. Actually, Noam came up with it. It's the Comedy Cellar Nightly. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be Comedy Cellar comedians, and we're going to be talking about comedy, bits, what's going on, and anything that we want to. It's going to go wherever it goes. And if you have anything you want us to talk about, Noam, what's the email they can send to us? Any critiques?
Podcast@comedycellar.com. Robert, do we have the ability to play YouTube clips yet?
I do not believe we have that ability yet, but this Friday, which is going to be very unique, we're going to bring this to the Village Underground. And we're going to have comics, a couple of us sitting 6 feet apart, less than 10 people in the room. And we're going to have a TV screen behind us, hopefully. We'll be bringing LA comics from all over the world will actually be in this video and talking to us, and we're playing clips on it and talking about comedy. And so let's introduce everybody, huh? Shall we? Mike, can you introduce everybody?
Chloe Hilliard. Say hello, Chloe.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, you have the timing of a mailman.
Owner of the Comedy Cellar, Noam Dworman.
I call
This is
him
crazy.
AKA the owner of all.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm glad you finally I'm glad you dimly lit your huge 75-person table behind you.
From the
We were
J
counting money back there, so I wanted to light. I don't want anybody to.
Noam looks like he's in a room that he killed an elected official.
We can edit that out.
From the J Trank podcast, Jared Freid.
What up?
AKA Jess Miller. Someone's using his girl's computer.
I didn't know how to do it on mine.
Oh, geez.
You look good on TV.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Bobby thought paleo gave him coronavirus, so he stopped his whole diet. Did you
Come
stop?
on, introduce Shane Gillis. Come on.
From Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, Shane Gillis.
Hey, I told you. Hey, I kind of called it.
I tell you, Noam, today was weird what happened to me. You know, I got the little dog, and she runs. If you leave the door, but she just runs out goes to the neighbor's house because they have a little puppy they just got, and she'll open the door and they'll run in. Today, the dog gets out. We run over there. Max runs over. I run over. The lady opens the door in a robe, and she goes, "I have a fever."
Oh no.
And I just went, "Max, come here." And I just cried, "Give me that dog." And I was like, it was like a horror movie. And
I saw on Drudge today that the first dog with coronavirus died today. So apparently, some people think that dogs can get it.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna have to stop kissing my dog.
Yeah, you do.
I make out with my dog. I love my dog.
No, absolutely not. Under no circumstances will a dog's tongue touch me.
Why you won't kiss your dog?
She's trained not to kiss me. That's how we do in this household.
Wait a minute. So your dog wants to give you kisses. You don't let her give you little kisses?
Absolutely
You
not.
yell at the dog when it tries to kiss you.
I go, that's what she hears.
Do you
Are you
hit the
gonna
dog?
I
Do you
don't
hit the
hit
dog
her.
when it tries to kiss you?
No, I tell her to stop, and she stops. But I did that early enough that now she's 10 years old. She just knows not to kiss me.
You're not going to do that to your kids, right?
You got to set boundaries.
I can't get it every time. But I just read somewhere online that white people are the most likely to kiss their dogs, and black people are the least likely to kiss their dogs.
I could have told you that. I could have told you that one.
Yes. First of all, I'm one of the first black people in my family who let my dog stay in the house. So I'm very progressive.
Where did your dog stay? You had a dog house?
No, you just left him outside.
Where would he sleep?
Outside.
So you're just
City.
feeding stray dogs.
The owner of this computer might stop me from being on this podcast right now. She just got so upset.
But listen, I'm just saying, if you think about it, there was a luxury to have an inside dog. You have big old dogs, and they stayed outside.
You call them inside dogs?
Yes, I have an inside dog now. I have a pug. I'm very bougie.
No, I mean,
I will
dogs are
say,
supposed to be outside, though. They're not supposed to. I mean, we domesticated them to be. Look at you.
No, we're kissing
That's
dogs.
coronavirus.
Oh, nothing, Chloe, that bothers you?
No, it does, but that's on you. You building up your immune system. So
How about the
have
smell
fun.
of a dog's snout? It's the best. No?
No. Mm-mm.
All right. Get out of here.
The dog ran into the fridge because he can't see anything.
Well, let's go through this. I want to know where everybody is right now and what your plans are right now. Jared, where are you right now? You're at your girl's house? Are you at your house?
I'm at my apartment. I'm at the quarantine compound, and just sitting here, eating food, yelling at each other. That's what we're doing.
So you're not leaving from there. You're done. Just you two are staying there.
Where would I go? You got an extra? Where am I going?
You want to come up here? You can come up here.
You can't take back an invite. I stay for a week after that.
Buddy, you can sleep right in the shed.
No, I'm good. I got my own bed. I have to move in 2 weeks. April 1st, I'm supposed to move.
Oh my
You're
God.
still.
You're
that's
not
still
moving.
gonna-
This
Yeah,
is,
you can't move.
This is what we're trying to do. I have people coming in to rent my place, and then I'm moving out downtown, and everyone seems to think it's a go, but I don't know. It's a mess.
Let me ask you guys a
What about
question. Are you guys going to pay your rent this month, your apartment rent, or whatever?
Mm,
Shouldn't we pay it twice? We're in our apartment twice as much.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna pay. I'd rather have a credit than not pay.
What about a mortgage, though? Like, Noam, are you paying your mortgage this month?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pay the mortgage. Yeah, but if I had a land, I'm not. If I had an apartment or something, I wouldn't pay the rent this month
Why not?
because you don't know when you're going to need that cash. You don't know how long this is going to go on. Nobody's getting evicted during this, and you can always pay. Especially if you're not evicting anybody because you fell behind your rent during the pandemic. And cash is important. You never know when you're going to need it or what you might need it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, didn't he just say that he's going to actually give everybody some money today? Didn't that just
Yeah.
pass
$1,000
that?
or $2,000 something.
Jesus Christ, that's it?
We're rich. That's pretty good.
I'll take it. I'll take $2,000.
I would rather
It's
them
crazy.
erase the debt than to give us a stipend.
They got to give everybody money. It's crazy what's going on. It's not. It's like if they came in and they wanted to use the Olive Tree building or our building, the Comedy Cellar, and said we're going to take your building and we're going to put hospital beds in there, they would have to pay you. It's like a takings. But if they just come and say we're shutting down your business, well, that for public safety, that's kind of like the same thing. I mean, it's not like they're not bailing out the marketplace. They've shut everybody down, and now it's their responsibility, I think, to prop everybody up, and I think they will. I mean, I think there's gonna be a lot of money coming.
I heard they're going to use the Javits Center as a hospital. They're trying to go in there and put a thousands of bed in the Javits Center and use it as a hospital.
Did you say the Javits Center?
Yes,
What is it?
It's Javits.
Whatever.
Javits.
I'm from Boston. I get to say whatever I want.
So listen, we need some publicity for this thing. Shane Gillis, what do you got to say?
Nothing, man. I was gonna say it was
Where did this virus come from, Shane?
You call.
I'll tell you, it came from dishonest cuisine. And people munching bats. Stop munching bats. That's the only public service announcement I have.
Is that established that it came from eating bats?
Yeah. Well, it came from.
So. And oddly enough, people are trying to be like, no, you don't know that. It's like, dude, they kind of do.
Yeah.
We don't need to make this weird.
Yeah, they said it was a wild game life kind of like butcher shop.
It's
And so
insane. If you see the pictures of this place, it's wild, dude.
Yeah, and it's a meat market in Wuhan, China, and they have bats and dogs and rats and other exotic animals, monkeys that you're not supposed to eat. And so they're saying that it came from a bat soup.
It's actually called a wet market. They have them in all over Asia. And
they had a bunch of outdoor dogs.
Yeah, this is they have outdoor dogs that they eat. What happened was it's a wet market. The government had shut it down, but back in the 70s, what happened? The people were starving. They didn't have enough food to give the people. So they allowed them to open it back up to actually raise snakes, bats, raccoons, bears, and they would put them in these markets for people to eat as food. So they were like, look, if you need to eat these things to survive, it's legal. Do whatever you have to do because we don't have enough food to support you. And what happens now is that it cross-contaminates because you'll have an animal on top of another animal on top of another animal, and the stuff will kind of drip down into the other animals. Someone will cut like a bat. They say that a bat got into this other animal. I forget. It looks like I forget the name of it. I've never heard of it before. And somebody ate that. And they actually said that it went from an animal, a bat, to another animal to a human. And so it did. It's not like somebody ate a bat soup, but it does come from
people eating bat soup.
Well, it's not from bat soup.
On the internet, I saw bat soup, and you gotta trust everything on the internet.
On the internet, that picture of bat soup is so funny. It's just it's just a full bat in broth.
It looks like he's in a jacuzzi. He looks like he's chilling.
It looked pretty good, if you ask me. I've been on this Whole30 diet for 13 weeks. I'll eat a bat in 5 seconds. But yeah, there's too many people over there and the food that they eat, and there's no regulations.
Well, why don't people make it about the regulations? Why does every time someone get mad that someone says that it was a bat soup, someone's like, no, we don't know yet. Well, their food regulations obviously aren't up to the world standard.
21 people out of the first 40-something people that had this virus were at that that market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
21 people.
Now you have bad regulation. You're a bad global citizen. Like, it always becomes like this idea that, like, oh, well, you know, it's he's calling it the China flu, which is like just antagonistic. Just say the Chinese government is not good at regulating. We have an issue. Because if you go, I've listened to other podcasts where people are like, yeah, most flus come out of China for this reason, because ducks is what the duck is where the flu virus comes from. Like, that's how it develops.
Yeah,
When I was a kid in the 70s, there was the Hong Kong flu. I didn't know what that was, but I remember that as a kid, the Hong Kong flu.
And now people are we're stuck on the wrong subject. What do you call the flu? Who cares? Why isn't your government regulating where the animals come from?
Yeah, I mean, AIDS comes from monkeys. HIV comes from a monkey. All these things come from animals crossing over to humans. So,
Shane, where are you?
what?
Where's Shane?
Shane just murdered 5 hookers down in Tallahassee, and he's actually in their house right now.
You fleed to Key West?
I'm spring break, dude. I'm going out and partying, bro.
Oh my God.
No,
Are you
I'm not.
serious?
I'm not.
Oh my God.
But I am down here. I went down here to do a show, and then I kind of just didn't feel like going back. I was supposed to do South by Southwest, but obviously that got canceled. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just stay down here for like a week. And then, I don't want to go back to the city.
Nobody has ever looked more I moved to Key West than you, Shane.
I know. I do not belong down here, dude.
No, you're the demographic. It's just older Midwestern white guys that put on a Jimmy Buffett shirt.
I had a bucket hat on and got hammered at the beach this week.
Is there
Put
anywhere?
on a carrot head hat and you're good.
Is there anywhere in the country that we could go right now and just live for the next 3 months and do shows that doesn't have it or has no regulations and we could just be out? Like in Montana?
Wyoming, Montana,
West Virginia.
North Dakota, West Virginia. Yeah, West Virginia. I read that they have no cases in West Virginia, but that's because nobody goes to West Virginia.
We should go. I said that a long time ago. They had the when you go to Vegas, everything that happens in Vegas should stay in Vegas. I said everything that happens in Vegas, you should tell everybody you know. That was the best thing that's ever happened. Everything that happens in West Virginia should stay in West Virginia. Thank you.
What's going to happen once like 15% of the population has gotten this and they've recovered like a month from now? And now they're sitting home and they can't even get the virus now.
Yeah, but they don't know if you can't get it twice.
What's that?
I don't know. Can't you get it twice, or is it not? You can't.
They're pretty sure that they're pretty sure that you can't get it twice. At least you wouldn't be able to get it twice in a short period of time.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to happen. I think that a lot of young people at some point are going to go fuck yourself, and there's going to be a split in this country.
Why wasn't the quarantine 50 and above stays home, everyone else free to roam? Why wasn't that the quarantine?
I don't know.
50 and above stay home. You can video chat in.
No, because you're joking, right?
I'm actually not joking that much.
This whole show, show would be Keith Robinson, Rich Voss, and Colin Quinn.
Yeah. Good luck from home.
It's because people 50 and above live with people in tremendous amount. They work and live with people who are under 50. So
we say they quarantine and everyone else gets to work and everyone else goes out.
Yeah, but like I'm over 50. My wife's under 50, so she goes out. She comes home. She brings it to me. So if she goes out, it's like I went out with her.
So you'd have to quarantine.
In the house is like 100%.
So you'd be in the bedroom and she'd get the rest of the house, and they'd put food under the door. They'd slap deli meats and shit.
I don't know.
Here's something that's kind of scary being down here is you see all these kids on spring break and it's like all these colleges closed, so they're all just going to go back to their parents' house.
Yeah.
And all these parents are fucked.
And they don't even realize. I think they honestly just don't realize. There's so much like disinformation that they like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And so they still went there. But I do believe that the city is at fault. They should have shut down. They should have made sure that none of those people went to their hotels. They should have like made all the hotels return their money so they can't stay there.
There was some good news in the news today. Bloomberg had an article that said that, this is why I remember it. It sounds ridiculous, but I think it's true that 99% of the people who died in Italy, 99% had other conditions or were like 80. The average age of death in Italy is 79.5.
That's great.
They're thinking more and more that the risk is very, very concentrated at the people that are expendable to Jared and and the rest of us are probably.
I mean, look, be real. I mean, what's the average death? What's the average age of a male? 78
to survive?
Yeah,
83.
Is it 83 or 78?
You could be right.
Oh.
Are you
Yeah, I
talking
think
about
it's
life expectancy in
life
general, Bobby?
expectancy. What is that? Mike,
I-
Mike, producer Mike, can you find that out on your Google
He's making
real
out
quick?
with Liz.
He's really good at it.
I just looked it up. It's 76.4.
Okay, 76.4. What? They got 6 years left and I got to stay home and not make money? I was ahead of the game. I was about to get a house and a Rolex. I'm doing a podcast at 9 o'clock from my shed. Fucking Christ.
Listen, but also this may be the future. This may be the way that people want to consume their entertainment.
This is like space. This is like being in fucking space.
Dude,
If this is the future, I'm going to fucking learn. I'm going to become something else. I'm going up in the woods. I'm going to hunt squirrel.
We've talked about it. You can't hunt squirrels, dude.
I
You
can
cannot.
hunt squirrel.
And you're not going to learn.
There
You
is
can't-
no I don't know. It's already happening. There's no comedian funnier than the big black dude with a huge penis to me.
I love it.
No comedian is funnier than him. We've already lost. It's over for us.
Who is that guy? I mean,
That's
know.
He's a
Photoshop.
gay
It's
porn
Photoshop.
star. I'm obsessed with him. His name is Wood.
Wait, you know what? Let me tell you something. I was actually trying to read the tattoos on his arm, and it did say Big Wood.
That's his name.
I got these cigars in honor of him. These are
This is
called the
very
Big
comfortable.
Woods.
I hate to
All right,
admit this,
Jared.
but I've actually seen him before.
You have.
I saw him well before this virus. I've seen him
Oh, look
around.
at that.
Oh, it's
I can
Harry
tell those-
Enten.
Those little thin forearms anywhere.
Harry.
Hi, buddy. Are you just going to
Walk,
stare at
Harry?
us weirdly from a shadowed room?
Yeah, I just
always
wanna
stare at
say-
you strangely, Robert.
That angle looks like you just got finished watching Big Wood.
This angle is that I woke up from a nap and I ran away from the GF because she's in the other room in my bedroom sleeping. This is when getting the one-bedroom apartment actually paid off, so I can now run out and enjoy the company of all y'all.
Oh,
So
there
let me
you
just
go.
introduce Harry. That's Harry Enten. He's CNN's elections poll expert. And Harry, have you dived into the stats on the coronavirus at all? And have any
I
thoughts?
mean, I mean, knowing you know him, you probably have a better understanding of this. Noam called us like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. He was buying up the Purell. He was one of those guys who was going to, buy up like tens of thousands of things and then try and make a massive profit. That's the type of guy he might be, but he decided against it so he wouldn't have a Times profile against him.
So that's why he owns a club, has a huge house 5 minutes down the road. I'm in a shed right now.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Although I think, the most important thing is you both have adorable dogs. So, on that level, you're equal. You're simpatico.
Harry,
talk
what's
about
the
dogs.
probability that we can find another penis as big as that big black guy's penis on this earth to make fun of and have fun with?
Yeah, little Kev's. I've seen it. It's massive. And proportion, like how small he is to what he has, it just blows you away.
Will Sylvince is huge.
Oh, Keith has got a big boy. I mean, if we're going down the road,
Let's do the list. Biggest penises at the cellar. Let's do the list. One.
Artie Fuqua.
Artie Fuqua. Buddy.
You know that?
Bigger than Will's. I've
Well,
seen.
Bigger
Will,
than Will.
look at, did you hear Liz?
well, we've all seen Will's.
Will's
Will.
big.
Yeah, Will's big. But I've seen Artie's. When he was in the hospital, I remember we went, me and Norton went to visit him, and he kept taking it. He was kind of sick from the accident, but he kept taking his penis out and whipping it around, and we couldn't stop looking at it.
How big?
It's like that big.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
That's when he called the nurse in the room, the poor lady who was sick. He goes, "Look at this James Brown looking motherfucker." I was like, "Artie, stop." He was trying to recreate
Where are you,
this-
Robert?
Where am I?
Top bottom 20%. Where would you put yourself?
My penis?
Yeah.
Let me see if I have a cigar that big. No, I don't.
You don't have any black and milds?
I don't know. I would call myself, I have a grower, not a shower.
Oh, that means it's small.
No, I mean, listen, okay, it is small compared to maybe what other people have had, but it's a nice, I've had my penis called nice.
Well, is it larger or smaller than the world average, which is 5.1 inches?
I would say at my thinnest, now to remind you, you lose a couple inches every 10 pounds you gain. So if I lost all the weight at my goal weight, I'd have a nice 6-inch penis. Right now, it's 3.5.
It's a hearty 3.5, though, Bobby. There's
It's
nothing to be
a
ashamed
hearty.
of there.
Yeah, right now.
Let me ask my girlfriend. How big?
That'd be great if her head
Shane,
came
maybe you
up.
can say something to get Harry in trouble at CNN.
Yeah, let's not get Harry in
Harry,
trouble.
you work at fucking CNN, you snake.
Oh wait, I have a question, Harry. I have a
Fucking
question,
snake.
Harry. Harry, do you think that we'll have an election come November, or
Good
will it be
question.
postponed?
Oh, we'll definitely have an election. We will have an election. Obviously, the primaries have been delayed in some states, but we will have a general election. Look, it's what the law essentially requires, and there would be massive movement against it. Now, whether or not people, Noam's age will be able to go out to the polls, I'm not necessarily sure. But they'll work on vote by mail. They will work on things to make sure that we're able to vote.
Harry, can I ask you?
Not something I'm concerned about. Yeah, go on, Bobby.
I want to ask you a question because you're in the know. You're probably one of the smartest guys I
Thank
know.
you. It's very kind of you.
Next to Noam. I mean, Noam is probably a little below you. You're a little above Noam.
I don't know about
I'm
that,
glad
but
I
go on.
met you. But the conspiracy theories that they're throwing around now about this virus, there's a lot of them. Okay. Do you buy into any of them, or have you heard anything about them? Are people trying to use them against Trump to get him out? Is this
Now, this question's brought to you by a guy in a shed threatening to eat
thing?
squirrels.
That's great. That's great.
Bobby, I hear the question, and I may be a moron, but I'm no schmuck. No, I don't believe in any of those conspiracy theories because I'm a facts-based individual. Now, obviously, you hear things on Twitter, and anything you hear on Twitter, if it's not from a reliable source, you should get verified from a reliable source. And obviously, the news cycle is moving pretty fast these days, but I don't believe in conspiracy theories, generally speaking. I think conspiracy theories put you in a place where you're a guy in a shed. So no, I don't believe in the conspiracy theory.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
but
ask
Harry,
another question.
you and I both know that we Jews, we don't leave very many fingerprints around. We're pretty good at this stuff. We cover our tracks.
Well, that's
You said it, brother.
But that's more about money than anything else. So I am not overly concerned about. I mean, I'm obviously concerned about conspiracy theories. But I'm not overly concerned, at least at this point, that they are detracting from the effort. I'm more worried about people who are reliable, who aren't necessarily sharing everything that they should be sharing, and perhaps are. We just need a consistent message from folks about what we need to do, and I think we're getting on that right track.
Is this gonna hurt Trump's? We're from the great economy. Now we're in the tanks, and it's getting worse every day. Is this going to hurt Trump? I mean, is he gone because of this?
No, I mean, look. I think what this should do is widen your confidence interval, right? Widen your confidence interval about what may happen, right? If before you thought that Trump only had a chance, getting between, say, 46 and 50% of the vote, maybe now you want to widen that out to be between 40 and 55% of the vote. That is, this opens up a whole slew of possibilities. It's completely plausible, Bobby, that people view his response and view it positively, and maybe the economy shrinks in the short term, but in the medium range, you get this boost right before the election that helps lift Trump.
What about an independent that comes out of nowhere, or like a general who says that we should all band together and take over? Like, what about these possibilities?
Look, anything's plausible.
Like a Castro type or a Hitler type. What are the possibilities?
I don't know
Jared,
if there'll be a Hitler
I think
type.
we have a Hitler type in office right now.
I'm not going to touch that one, but here's the deal. The deal is right now the news media is laser focused on the coronavirus. There's talks that Joe Biden won't necessarily be able to generate the amount of press that is needed, that normally opposition party gets in a general election. I think, if anything, this shrinks the race to being, are you for Trump? Are you against Trump? If you're for Trump, you're Trump, obviously. If you're against Trump, you're for Biden. And so, if anything, I expect that the third party bids will be squished in this election, not that there's a better chance for one.
On the board, okay?
What was that?
What was that?
He's watching Trump highlights.
You just left us speechless, Harry. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
I think we have a couple of T-shirts in there too. We could do merch with you.
I mean, Bob, the one thing about the T-shirts that would be nice is if you gave me one of those, then I wouldn't have to buy any more pajamas. You know, I can just wear that at night.
Woo! Ric Flair, baby.
I like it. I didn't I give you that shirt?
No, this shirt hasn't fit me in 3 years. I bought it and I could never wear it. I finally lost
I
enough weight.
bought someone a Ric Flair shirt. I feel
You
like
did?
at the Cellar. Yeah,
Yeah,
I gave
but-
someone. You know what it was? It was a sweatshirt because ESPN did a documentary, a 30 for 30 on that.
Oh, well, I would love a shirt if you have one, a sweatshirt.
Maybe we can get matching shirts.
Maybe we could go to Carvel's.
Robert.
Yes.
Robert, what's your homeschooling like?
Well, we luckily the school actually hooked us up with the on the computer to do certain things. So the first couple of days we were trying to get this, you know, to be honest with you, we were kind of enjoying sleeping in because I mean, for 6 years we've been waking up at 7 o'clock, getting him up at 7:20, around 7:30, out the door by 8. Then, you know, we're up, we get a bunch of stuff. Monday and Tuesday, we just kind of looked at each other around 7 and we were like, let him coronavirus, just go back to bed. But today was yesterday and today we have him on the schedule that the school sent. So he jumps on the computer. He has to do this thing for 20, 25 minutes or a half hour. Then we'll give him a break, which I think is great. To be honest with you, I fucking hate the schooling we have. He gets a break. He can either do art or music. Today we jumped on the drums and we learned paradiddles on the drums today for around 45 minutes. Then he went back to math. Then he gets another break. He can do something fun. And around
Bobby,
what?
have you considered teaching him how to properly use firearms and to hunt wild game?
I'll tell you this.
Is he gonna fucking survive playing drums, dude?
Dude, everybody needs a drummer. I mean, you need a musician. You need a court gesture. When this is all done, Joe Rogan is gonna want to be entertained.
True, he is gonna. His compound is. That's where we all need to go.
I actually went to buy a gun today, to be honest with you guys.
What type?
Did you?
I did. I went to buy a gun today. The first gun store was closed. They said they're open Friday. 3 people at a time. You have only to pick up stuff. The second gun store, the guy answered the phone. It sounded like he was being kidnapped. He was whispering, and he goes, "I can't help you," and he just hung up on me. The third guy was an Italian guy. He was a guy, you come and you get the used gun. I have a used gun. You don't get the new gun. They give a gun here. I was like, all right, maybe not this guy. And then I went to a place in Nyack, and all the shotguns are sold out. I called 3 stores. Because you can just walk in, give them your license, and get a shotgun or a rifle. A long gun.
Bobby,
anybody can get.
Bobby, what's your thought? Why? Because literally as you said that, I got an email from someone saying similar things to you. Did it take us 3 days to now think that the next step is, full on, riots in the streets?
No, here's the thing. I read this thing on my friend put up. He goes, if you're storing food for the apocalypse and you don't have a gun, you're just storing it for somebody who does. That kind of hit me. And then me and my wife were talking about getting a gun for a couple of years now, getting our license. And it was the thing we never did. And,
why? What made you guys bring it up in the first place?
I just think that I have a family, I have a kid, I have a wife, and I actually like shooting. I like going to the range.
Oh yeah, Bobby.
I don't hunt. I don't really hunt. I've never killed anything. I could kill a squirrel if I needed to, like I told Shane before. But I don't know. I want to get one. I'd rather have one and never use it than need to use it and not have
do you
one.
have a koi fish tattoo?
Bobby, if you get a gun, I think there should be a law that you have to wear a holster. Because I need to see you wearing a holstered gun. I just think it'd be a funny look for you.
Jared, I don't know if you know this, but I had a psychic tell me I was a cowboy in a past life.
Really?
So I agree with you.
I think you got to go full cowboy. You got to go holster, boots with the spurs. I think this is a whole hat. I think there's a whole new thing for you.
I agree.
Shane across the Midwest.
You know what's funny though? To get a gun, it really freaks me out that you can go in. I can buy any long gun. You can just walk in and grab. But if any handgun in Westchester County, you're gonna wait 6 months to 8 months.
Really?
But I can walk in.
It's even harder. It's even harder in New York City, for sure. You have to go down to a precinct. You have to get permission, fill out the application. It's like months-long process. It's not even, people just say it's not even worth it.
It cost Anthony Cumia over $100,000 to get a carry permit in Manhattan. You have to show people threatening
That's
your
the
life.
last guy. What the fuck?
Yeah, but if you
That
go
should
to
have cost
Tampa,
$5 million.
if you go to Tampa, my friend Mike picked me up in the car. He had his gun on the seat. He goes, "Oh, let me grab that." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, everywhere outside of New York City has very, very lax gun laws.
Yeah.
Do you think I should get a gun? I have a Ring doorbell. That's not enough?
No.
You have a Puerto Rican wife. You're fine.
Oh God, we don't need a gun in my house. I barely want knives.
You just need to put the knives in an area you can reach them.
No, you should have a gun. I would move out of New York City so I can carry a gun.
Yeah, I'm probably going tomorrow and I'm going to buy a shotgun.
I suspect Liz does have a gun.
Liz is a gun.
Guys with guns.
What? I hate that.
I suspect you have a gun. Your dad's in the CIA. You probably have a gun.
He was in the CIA. Yeah, I grew up with guns in the house, and he was a New York City police officer. So
always in the CIA, honey. You're never out.
That's true. That's why I feel very prepared for all this. I feel like
wow.
I'm good to go. I've got this.
Now that's Liz, our GM. Liz, your mom is a liver transplant. Is she doing to keep safe?
My mother is on anti-rejection meds, and my father has lymphoma. So they're socially distancing. They're staying very clean. The gym in their apartment building is closed, so they're not doing that. But they're just being safe and clean and as sanitary as they can. They're not going out. They're not having people over. They're just enjoying the streets of Miami and looking at the water and things like that.
Somebody using their vibrator right now?
I'm sorry, it's me. I apologize.
Sorry. No, it's the apocalypse. Do what you got to do. My sister actually has a kidney. She has no kidneys. She goes to dialysis 4 times a week. And she went to Stop and Shop yesterday, and that could kill her.
Yeah,
that could kill her just regular. Never mind with a pandemic. She'll just. We had to yell at her and be like, "You can't go out. You'll die."
People are not taking this seriously as they should. People who risk.
Mr. Dworman, I would merely say that I think you've been so far ahead of the curve on this because Noam is such a ferocious reader, right? Like 4 weeks ago, he's talking about this. He's probably also talking about 3 or 4 other things that didn't quite work out the way he thought. But there are plenty of people, especially young people. You watch those videos. These guys down at South Beach and Miami-Dade. Hey, we're going out. Woo! Woo!
That's where I am right now.
1,000 people. It's unbelievable. Selfish.
That's where Shane's down in Key West right now.
I took my cues mostly Tyler Cowan and a few. There's a few people out there who I regard as really smart, who generally are not phased and don't fall for don't go in for these apocalyptic stories. He and a few others were taking this very, very seriously, and so I just took it seriously. We went out and bought an extra refrigerator. We did a lot of stuff to prepare.
I actually took a note from Noam because he was like, "You should take your kid out. You shouldn't put your kid in school." And I was like, "That's gonna fuck things up. That's really gonna disrupt, what we've finally scheduled in our lives." And then you wrote that article, and I read it, and I was like, you know what? We're not putting them in school. And now a week later, no more school. We got a fridge. We got a freezer for the thing to get extra meat. And I feel ridiculous, to be honest with you. I feel ridiculous buying, a 5-pound bag of rice, all this meat.
I thought finally you can do it without being embarrassed.
I tell you, he's a club owner, but he's quick as shit. I always say that to him. There's nobody has a fat joke in the chamber quicker than Mr. Dworman.
Go ahead. Sorry, Robert. Sorry.
No, it's all right. But I do feel a little you know, a little ridiculous, you know, because if this thing goes away, if in a month, you know, I had a friend of mine, Mike Calta, bought a cow.
That's a good investment, dude. He's making the right move.
Yeah, he's got a cow in a freezer. Him and his brother and his father split. They went to a farm and said that one, and they fucking have a cow.
Wow. So they're just going to feed it until they need to kill it.
No, they killed it. It's in his freezer.
Oh, wow. Damn. He didn't even give it time to graze?
No, I mean, it was just I mean, they let it live. It was an older cow.
Harry's mom is a doctor. Are you staying away from your mom, Harry?
I do normally, so what's difference does it make?
What about you, Chloe? You have anybody around you have to worry about?
I don't. I'm in my place by myself. My dad does have COPD, and my grandmother's turning 90 in a week. So I just distanced myself from them like two weeks ago because I was traveling so much. I didn't want to, you know.
There he is.
Hey.
Hi,
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Manny.
This is Manny. But you can use dirty words with him.
You're very progressive.
Yes.
Jared, can I ask you a question? Because you're in the city, right?
Sure.
And now, are you nervous that, because we're up here, we have grocery stores, we have big, huge places to get food from. Are you nervous down there if it does go a little crazy that you're not going to be prepared?
I have my fishing rod, and I figure I'll go to the East River, and you know I'll be fine.
So you're not nervous at all?
I went to the store and got a bunch of shit. I don't know. I'm a little, you know, you guys. I think
White Claws.
plenty of White Claws, plenty of Truly, a lot of whiskey, a whole thing of weed. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think talking to certain people, like hearing you that you went to get a gun today, like. Oh, sorry.
No, I want them to be quiet. No, you can say whatever you want.
I went to get a gun today. That makes me think of things I never thought of. Like I think the more you have go through you, the worse. Like I'd rather just like sit in my apartment, yell about charcuterie boards at my podcast, and do that.
A gun?
Yeah, but isn't this gonna? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, ask him. What do you need a gun for? Ask him.
What do you need a gun for?
Well, I mean, your father has a lot of stuff over there.
Because they're getting carried away.
I'm here to protect you, Manny and Mila. If anything goes wrong and it gets crazy, Uncle Bobby's coming over, and I'm going to protect everybody over there.
Bobby's
okay?
going to run right over. He'll be there in 3 days.
I'm going to take my truck. I have a pickup truck, like a man.
It's good to have a security guard that's shaped like the coronavirus.
I've slowly become a redneck while I'm up here.
That's what happens, man.
You realize they have a lot of good points. They've been doomsday prepping since Obama won. They've been tickling stuff. They've been stocking up on bullets. They laughing at us right now.
I have a vegetable garden out back. I'm going to get a gun. I have camping equipment. I mean, if you look, I have look at all my backpacks hanging on the wall. I have 4 go bags right there.
You have so many backpacks.
I know. You want one? I'll give you one, Manny.
Oh, just that you have too many backpacks.
Okay, quiet.
And don't forget my American flag over there in case things really go south. I'm gonna
get it off the ground, Bobby.
In front of my Ford truck.
I'm gonna have to take my kids upstairs. Yeah, you guys can chat without me.
Okay.
No.
Now this chat's gonna be on fire.
They want to talk about dirty stuff. We have to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Kids or us?
You want to just watch? Okay, go ahead. We'll just watch. Go ahead.
All right. So, anyways, now the guy that the video, the photo that they've been sending around. What's his name again?
Big Wood. I'm gonna look him up. Jared, you gotta send me some links to his work. I need to see if he's a professional.
They sent one today with him on the top of cappuccino. You know, they make the little so it looks like a cup of cappuccino, and then you look at it, it's just him with this thing on the top.
I've got him everywhere.
Who?
The guy with the big black penis.
Neil, time for bed.
Now let me ask you guys this: Is there anything that you're looking forward to doing when we're done, and anticipation of being better prepared, like the next time, like soon as we can go out, like you're gonna buy more guns, you're gonna get more toilet paper, you're gonna invest in Charmin, like what's the thing, like now that you've been through this, you're like, I'm prepared.
Well, Harry's got something.
I got two things. First off, I'm marrying a Purell salesperson. Second off, I actually have like 50 rolls of toilet paper because I prefer a very unique brand of Charmin, and I get it delivered on like a bi-monthly basis. So right now, I'm just stocked up with soft toilet paper. I'm getting ready to sell it on the black market. Maybe thinking about $1,000 a box or something along those lines.
Well, you have to understand, Harry. Harry actually did he buy it? He bought his own toilet seat to keep in the podcast studio. So
That's right.
Bathroom. He puts his own toilet seat on the toilet and does his business.
That's correct. I used to carry one around in college. That's how they knew I was the cool guy. I had the laptop in one hand and the toilet seat in the other. Carried it like
American Standard. American Standard.
Jesus
Bobby,
Christ, dude.
what's that? What's going on over there, Bobby?
Demas.
I'm fine.
What is that cough?
Nothing.
Oh,
Where's
no.
my Lysol at?
And that across the computer screen.
That's right.
Harry,
Yeah,
I
I
have a
enjoyed
question. I have a question. Is it
Yeah.
true?
Good.
Is it true? Because I get my news from InfoWars. Is it true that Tom Hanks was actually arrested because he was a child sex trafficker?
No.
And Oprah.
I did hear the Oprah one.
Because look, Alex Jones called it and said that he was going to roll up the pedophiles, and now he's rolling them up. And the lying media is trying to get in the way.
Yeah, the
You can't
line
even
was
say it with
trying
a
to get
straight
away.
face.
I know.
You look like
You've been in Florida too long,
Jones.
Shane.
This is what a blogger in Brooklyn thinks Shane Gillis is talking about on a podcast. He nailed it.
They got it. If things go sideways, I am gonna find that fucking kid and beat the shit out of him. It'll be like The Road. I'm just gonna be walking to find that kid.
Yeah, I got a truck. Me and you go find him. I'll put the flag on the back. We'll go get him.
Woo!
My kids are just they just like vibrating every time you guys say a 4-letter word. It's like,
I haven't swore once, Manny. I don't have potty mouth.
Meal is
I
real.
think.
So we got tested.
after-
We got tested. I didn't tell you this. We went to a drive-through testing thing.
When?
Oh,
Ah,
you
you
fancy.
selfish
When?
bastards.
Rich
You-
taking our
you're
test. I
leading.
wouldn't have said that in a public
2
forum.
days ago.
Why didn't you
One
tell? I live
percenter.
5 minutes down the road. Why don't you tell the Kellys?
No,
Yeah, what do you play
We
for
had
the
every seat in
Nets?
the car filled.
What?
We had every seat in the car filled.
I'll drive. Where is it? Can we
You're
go?
in the wrong tax bracket, Bobby.
No. This is the
Tomorrow
thing.
you can come over to our house and then we can tell you.
Where is it?
This is that we just called up and asked to get tested, and they gave us a time. This was like 5-6 days ago.
Will you send me that number? I'd like to get tested.
Bobby knows what
Juanita
to do
has
with
it.
his gun now.
And it was like people in hazmat suits. It was like that old movie, The Andromeda Strain. I don't know if anybody saw that movie.
And what did they do?
Surreal, huh?
How did they test you? How does the test work?
They put one swab in your throat, which that Manny was okay with that one. Then they put one in your nose, and he was hysterical crying for that one.
And he was crying of happiness for having a rich daddy. That's
It wasn't money. We don't pay for it. We didn't have any special.
how did you get the
No,
call?
but you
Yeah.
but you understand that they went to that neighborhood because of the tag. They ain't in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
No, that was where New Rochelle, where all the cases are.
No, you got to start taking a lesson from the Kardashians. They went dark. They don't talk on Instagram. They're done telling people about their tests.
They went dark a while ago.
Why does this have to do with money? We just.
Whoa! Wait!
Come on, boy.
Wait! Come on! That was a good one, Shane.
All right, thank you.
So because everybody has little coughs and stuff, and you never know.
Yeah, we got coughs over here too in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and there's
That's
nobody
right.
testing us.
Nobody's testing over 5 minutes down the road. Nobody's testing this school district.
Chloe,
Us
it's
regular
not. It's a
Joes
public
can't-
place. You could call up and get tested, Chloe.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, this
They-
is fucked up, dude.
We don't
You're
have
elite.
Wow.
gold phones in our house.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Why don't you
That's
turn
why-
the lights
that's
on
why he
behind you.
started this.
Let's
Turn
see
the
how
lights
big your
on.
house is
You guys
now.
go upstairs. I want to talk to Chloe. I want to talk to Chloe.
I want
Chloe.
to see that fruit bowl in the middle of the dining room table.
Why don't you show us your
You
huge
call
kitchen?
this
Look at
kid
the,
a-
look at that. Look at the table behind him.
Look at your kids snitching on you. No.
Chloe, there was nothing about this test. There's nothing about this test, which is what you're saying. All we did was call the number and go basically to the North Bronx, New Rochelle, right above the Bronx. And we,
Danny, how many iPhones do you have?
Yeah.
And we probably have a line.
we don't have any iPhones.
I have
How many people live there? How many chairs do you have?
a Galaxy
17.
phone. Daddy has a
Too many
phone.
chairs.
All right, enough. You guys go. Go upstairs.
Mm-mm. Half is for the family, half is for the servants.
Danny, have you ever stayed in the Ritz-Carlton?
Yeah, he has outside people.
Yeah.
I
Keeps them
guess no
out
matter
back.
what I say, you guys are gonna find a way. That's your angle. Is that?
Danny, does a woman come clean the house once or twice a week?
They live there.
Oh
They
my
live there.
God! Oh my God!
Yeah, they live there.
They get tested.
Two people.
They
That's why
actually
the
live there?
table's so big. Yeah.
And
That's
do
why
they
they-
actually? Hold on. Jared had a good point. Did you test the servants or not?
Yeah. Did your handmaid get tested too? No.
Honey, come here. Juanita, will you take care of this, please? Juanita, please. I can't. They're making fun of me. Hold on.
No, looks like that dad whose wife and kids busted through, and he had no pants on.
Go ahead. First of all, my wife's of color. My wife's of
Hi.
color.
Whoa.
Hi,
Whoa.
wife of color.
Whoa. What'd you? Whoa.
Throw your whole family under the bus.
This is rich versus poor. We're not trying to.
Hi,
guys. We were
So
just,
you know,
we were
you get
just.
tested. They put it like in your ear and your pee-pee hole, and then that's it. You go home.
You what?
Stuck a swab up your
Juanita,
vagina?
how come you didn't tell the Kellys where to go?
What are you talking about? It's a public announcement. You call a number.
If I found the number, I would call you guys. Hey guys, you want to go down and get tested? You know? I mean, we're up here together.
We're not up here together. I haven't seen you.
Oh shit!
What are you talking about?
Oh,
I've been here
shit.
6 weeks.
She just admitted it. When she's
I love you.
Hold on.
If you called me and said,
At least we.
I need help, I need to get tested, I would say, here, call this number.
At least Juanita called Dawn and told her about all the Purell we were getting and the extra refrigerator, all the stuff to stock up, right?
Yeah, all the stuff you can afford, Bobby.
I brought it to your house. You made me go to the city and get Corona. You didn't go get it. I went and got it and brought it, and you let me leave it on the door.
Because you were doing a spot. I said, on the way, pick it up for me.
Yeah, it was
Man, this Bobby, I'm telling you, this friendship is deteriorating before our eyes. We gotta save this video.
I probably got Corona because I went and got him supplies.
See, that's why Noam started this nightly show, because he knew that he didn't have it. He's gonna live longer than all of us.
If he has it, he's going to Robert's house. That's it. He's out.
Why my house? We have it.
You're the only person with a shed. Where is he going to go?
Yeah.
All right, no one can stay in my shed.
Yeah.
We've already talked about that anyways. If you guys ever get in a fight, he's coming here anyways.
That's right.
So,
and
yes.
and that's going to be soon if we keep saying it together.
Let me ask you a question there, because this is a thing, and I don't think, maybe Jared, I don't know if you guys, but having a wife and kids, the kids going to school and then your husband going to work, you find these moments like any job or where you get a break. Now that you don't have that break anymore where it's a constant all day, is that getting to you at all, Juanita?
It's the best thing ever, Robert. We've never been happier.
There's 8 people living in this house. It's insane. It's
I
Wait,
think
you
you
have
mean
a
to say
servant for
mansion.
every one of you?
yeah. If anybody's come to my house, they know it's busy all the time. It's like a Puerto Rican house. It's like a car. You all get in a car. You know how Puerto Ricans get in one car. That's how. Robert knows he's here all the time.
Yeah.
I haven't been invited in a few weeks, to be honest.
That's because you've been traveling and you have Corona.
Get tested.
I tell you.
Will you please send my wife the number to go get tested?
Sure. Yeah. You guys are worried?
I'm a little worried.
I know everybody's worried. It's just crazy.
Bobby wants her to take the test so
I'm
he can
worried.
use his brakes.
Yeah.
I said I didn't get that shit.
I'm taking the kids upstairs to read Harry Potter.
All right, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap it up. Listen, this is
What? Wrap
Listen.
the show.
Oh.
I want to. Bye, guys. Good night.
I think once we leave, that's not gonna happen.
It is gonna happen.
Because I saw them and them.
All right, say good night.
Say good night. Bye, guys. I hope you're all healthy because the Kellys might not be, but.
We're here for you.
Is he Harry?
I just noticed Harry's there.
I think this is a phone call.
Where's Liz?
All right, everybody. Let's go through this. I want to go through this because I know you guys have stuff that you guys, comics right now are using their live Instagrams and Facebooks and Patreons and podcasts to kind of get them through this to make money. Not everybody's like Jared that you make $1 gazillion on a podcast about whatever.
I'm not getting tested here.
So let's go through right now. What do you got, Jared? Do you got anything you want to send people to?
I'm doing daily podcasts every day. Freid by noon, J-Train podcast every day. My Instagram's at Jared Freid. That's where everything can be found.
All right, great. Chloe, you got anything? What do you got?
Yes, I have a book. This is my book. It's called Fuck Your Diet, which is perfect for all that is quarantine eating. It's available wherever books are sold. You can go to fyourdiet.com to find out more.
Cool.
Can the kids promote that book real quick?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
everyone say
Fuck your diet.
There you go. Thank you.
Shane, what do you got to promote besides SNL?
You like that one, Jared? You can go to Matt and Shane's, just go to Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, or you can go to CNN and find some articles about me.
Harry, what do you got, Bob?
I'm just on Twitter. I'm putting out a daily video every day. 2 minutes about your political world.
good night,
From my
guys.
bed.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
All right.
Good night.
Of course, I have patreon.com/Robert Kelly. I'm going to be putting out a video every day around this time. I'm going to be doing this every night. Friday and Saturday, we are going to be doing it live from the Comedy Cellar. Hopefully, we can get some of you guys to venture out of your place if you want to and come down. This is Comedy Cellar Nightly. It's going to be this type of conversation. We're going to be adding video with some of the comics that are on, some of their stand-up clips. So you guys will be getting comedy, stand-up, and us talking about what's going on. It will evolve. It will become something. We don't know what yet. We just kind of experiment with this. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. So please come back. We're going to be doing this every night at 9 o'clock here at this link. So if you like it, if there's anything you want to tell us that we can do better or you want to see, or any questions or suggestions, please send it to us. And that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Be safe, or wash your hands, and don't touch your face.
All right,
All
good
right.
night, guys.
Bye, everybody.